Mr. Graves is recognized for 5 minutes for questioning.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Secretary, thank you for being here. It's nice to see you again. I want to raise three things with you. Number one, an issue you and I have talked about both at hearings and otherwise, just concerns about the impact of the IIJA when considering things like inflation, supply chain, and construction costs. As a matter of fact, analysis by Federal Highway Administration shows that from when the Biden administration came in till now, we've seen about a 69% increase in cost of construction. And at home, that is on the lower end of what we've seen. We've seen projects come in substantially higher. I think when you add in the regulatory agenda of the administration, you're seeing delays. And as you know, the burn rate of the IIJA dollars is not really appropriate. It's not as fast as I know you'd like to see it. It's not as fast as I'd like to see it. And I think the regulatory agenda, by heaping all of these new regulations, particularly in the environmental space, is slowing things down. So I want to read a quote from our former Democrat governor who just left office in January. He said, "We're slated to receive at $6 billion from that act," meaning the IIJA, over 5 years for traditional infrastructure-related service transportation, and that's going to be very helpful. But we also have to manage expectations. Of that $6 billion, $5 billion we were going to get anyway. So the additional funding is about $200 million a year. Again, that's very helpful, but there are a lot of people who think that the $6 billion is on top of the base funding. It's not. And in exchange for the $200 million we're going to get each year, our match obligation's going to be going up by about $50 million. And so again, the governor of Louisiana, former governor of Louisiana, is saying $200 million a year. You have an inflation rate, again, adding 69% in there. You do the math, that means that Louisiana is actually getting behind, not getting ahead in terms of the legislation, which I know is not an objective that you or I would like to see.